All right, we're live again. I'm a little late today, so I apologize, but we are live here on the Ticker Talkers, the YouTubes, the Xers, and of course the face pages. So we're live on everything today. Going again. I'm a little late. I got caught up and I wasn't paying attention at the time. I was doing stuff, and it is what it is. You know, it happens. But here we are. I'm live now, and we're going to do this. Obviously, you can come back and catch it later. Not a big deal. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's discussion. I had a good time doing that as well yesterday. Just so everybody knows, I don't know what happened, but I ended up with over 1,000 downloads just yesterday, which was crazy. I don't understand why that happened, how it happened, and Brazil took the lead in that. So I imagine that it's a bot of some nature that's doing it. But like I posted yesterday, hey, I'll take what I can get, and it's all good, you know. That's what I say anyways. But okay, here we are. Jarhead Hot Takes. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I got something for you. This is going to be good. You're going to enjoy it. It should be a good topic. You don't need rank to make a difference, or you don't need a title to make a difference. However you want to look at that. I say rank just because military is much easier for me and I'm used to that. But you don't need that title, right? Manager or anything like that. You don't need that to make a difference. What do I mean by that? Man, I want you to think about your life and think about those that were in charge, right? Those that were the decision makers, if you will, right? Think about those people, and then think about how effective they were, and or how ineffective they were. So it could have gone either way on that. But you got to realize that they're not the only ones that can make decisions. They're not the only ones that can make a difference. So it could be the low man on the totem pole, right? That lone guy down at the bottom, you know, just trying to get by or whatever. That individual could change everything. They could change the complete attitude of a unit or a shop or a business. It could change the complete attitude about anything and everyone. They could change the entire direction of what you were going. And that's in my humble opinion, that's an incredible feat to be able to do. And there are individuals out there that they're not the ones in charge, but man, they can make a difference. They know how to talk to people. They know how to sell a product. They know how to get people to do things, stuff like that. So those are the people that you need to look to, you know, and you also need to look at yourself and say, hey, what if I'm not in charge? If I'm not the one with the rank, if I'm not the one that's doing the decision making up at the top, does that mean that your voice doesn't matter? Does it mean that you don't make a difference and you can't make a difference within a unit, within a job or anything of that nature? No, absolutely not. You can for sure make a difference, and you can add and contribute, and you could be the difference, right? What's the difference? A difference means you make a difference in what was happening, but the difference means, hey, that is the reason for the change. That is the reason for how they're doing different or how they're doing business or what have you. So that could be you. You could be that guy or gal, and boom, there you are. All of a sudden, you're there doing your thing, and you're the low man on the totem pole. You're making the decisions. You're making a difference. You're telling them things that they need to hear, right? And so many times we've all heard this before. Don't be a yes man. Don't be a yes man. And they exist. They do exist. I can tell you right now. And what you got to do and what you got to realize is you don't have to always have somebody say yes to you. If you are the one in charge, you have the rank, you have that stuff. You need to listen to everything, what everyone's telling you. There are so many times that, and I put it so eloquently before, and I've told this to many people, but there's always a turd, right? There's always a turd in a unit. There's always a turd in a section or a business of some nature. There's always the turd, right? That's what I refer to them as. It's the one that always hate and discontent and throwing around and just causing havoc, right? There's always that one. sometimes there's more than one, but there's at least always one. And so does that mean that that one person that does have hate and discontent can't be utilized? No, absolutely not. You've heard the saying, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. For me, one, as a leader, that's one of the first people I would run to ask, to get the truth, to get a straight answer from them, because they're not going to sugarcoat it. If they think it's crap, they're going to tell you it's crap. I think it's a bad idea. This is why, because they're not worried about it. They're going to tell you, and you're going to get it from another perspective that you never got it from before, right? And for me, those people make a difference. They didn't have the rank. Typically, they were pretty junior in what was happening. But they were the ones that I went to, and because I wanted to hear their opinions, I wanted to hear from their side of what they see, what they think, what they do. That way, when it comes time to push the word out to everyone, I want to make sure I've got the full spectrum of everyone there, and I have a good understanding of everyone there. But those turds, man, they're fantastic. Use those turds. Use them to your advantage. That's what I always say. But again, they don't have rank. But do they need it to make a difference? They can make a difference either positive or negative. We always forget about that aspect. There's two sides of that coin. They could be very positive and make good, positive things and for the unit, for the business or whatever, or they could be very negative in what they do. And they don't have the rank. They're not making the decisions, but by God, they make it difficult for those that do. Or they could make it extremely easy for those that do. So either way, that's just something that you got to put up with. That's something that you got to think about. And yeah, that's kind of where my head was today. That's my hot take on what's going on there. So you don't need rank to make a difference. You do not need rank to make a difference. Go out, whether you're brand new to a job, whether you're, been there and you're just the low man on the totem pole, go make a difference, because you can. You can make a difference at your level, wherever you may be. So go out and make that difference. Be positive, be excited, be that shining light for them. But being positive and going out and doing things, man, positivity will take you a long, long ways. I mean, really long ways, to be honest with you. But you got to stay positive. You got to stay excited about what's going on. Whether you like it or not, sometimes you got to fake the funk. And, I don't know about you guys, but I have faked the funk more than one time. Quite a few, actually. In fact, I've come on here, not necessarily these segments, but I've come on the podcast and stuff, and I faked the funk like it was cool. And I was not doing well. Mentally, I was struggling and all kinds of different things. But I tell you what, I can fake the funk, and I did fine. And I enjoyed myself when I was on here and talking to people, discussing things. I did enjoy it. And it got me out of that mindset where I was at for at least a little while, which is a good thing, right? Sorry, I just drifted in there. I was kind of going in and out. I apologize. But with that, today's a short one. That's what I've got. Unless somebody's got some comments out there, if somebody's got some questions or anything of that nature, I will be more than happy to entertain that. But it is looking like there is nobody actually watching, probably because I missed my time hack, and I apologize. But so 11:30 Central Time is what I'm trying to do. 11:30 Central Time. I totally screwed that up. I didn't fix my beard today either. It's looking all shabby. But 11:30 Central Time. And remember, you don't need rank to make a difference. Go out there and make a difference. Doesn't matter if you're in charge or not. Go make a difference. Go out there. Be positive. Be excited. Be motivated. Because those things will make a difference for sure. If you get excited about something, that excitement spreads. But if you go in like a sourpuss, that one spreads as well. So keep that in mind. It's much better to stay positive and have a good attitude and enjoy things instead of going in and having hate and discontent and not enjoying yourself at all. So go out and have a good time, even if it sucks, right? Embrace the suck or enjoy the suck or however you want to call it, but take it for what it is, All right. With that, I hope you guys stay motivated. I hope you have a good day. I hope you all stay positive and go out and just, I don't know, maybe make a difference. Thanks for joining. The Lost Art of Fishing Stories, written by Andrew Cox. Get your copy today. Go to Amazon and search The Lost Art of Fishing Stories.